Hi, I'm Tim McKercher of Sea-Doo Media Relations, and while we all have some extra time on our hands these days, we're going to go through some of the differences between some of the different Sea-Doo models for you at the Watercraft Journal. So, we've had the question, what's the difference between different models that have the same horsepower? So today, we're going to go over the new 2020 Sea-Doo GTI SE 170 and the GTX 170. Two different platforms, perfect for two different uses, but using the same new ACE 170 horsepower ROTAX engine. So, what are some of the differences? Well, the GTI SE 170 is in our recreational family segment. So what that means, it's very versatile, it's very value-minded, and it's really to make everybody in the family happy no matter what they want to do on any given weekend. So we're talking about versatility. The GTI SE platform is based on our new PolyTec Gen 2 hull, but the hull design is what really changes between the two different models. So our GTI family is based on a 16-degree deadrise hull. And the number's not important, but what is important to understand, it's a little bit flatter. It's not quite as deep as our ST3 hull platform. So what does that do for you? That hull allows you to ride a little bit more on top of the water. So it's going to be a little bit more playful. It's going to spin and slide a little bit easier, yet it's still very, very predictable. It can certainly go on long rides and have great comfort on those longer rides, but if you're really looking to do touring rides, then you go to our touring family, which is our GTX models. So the GTX is in our touring family, and what that means is it's for the person that's generally going to go on longer rides, extended tours. So maybe you're going in bigger, more open water where you want a deeper V-hull. So the ST3 hull is what the GTX sits on, and that's a 23-degree dead rise. So that means the ST3 is a deeper V, and it sits deeper into water, and it's also longer. So it's going to penetrate the chop, whether it's a cross chop, head-on, or a tailwind. It's going to be very precise in heavy chop conditions and give you a smoother ride on the long term than the GTI will. Again, the GTI is fully capable of going on long rides. It just depends what you're going to do. The GTI with a family, you might boat or Sea-Doo in a smaller area, or maybe not go on longer rides in general. So maybe you're going to do some wakeboarding, some wake skating, pulling a tube. This is very, very economical in the new GTI platform. You can do all those things with the GTX, but you're getting some added comfort elements. So the GTX on the ST3 platform has a bit more plush seating. So this is where you can see the larger lumbar support and the step seating as far as adding lumbar support for each passenger. But both of the models really put an emphasis on stability. This is a big movement that we've made over the last couple model year changes, starting with the ST3 hull, which is the hull for our GTX, RXTX, and Wave Pro. So this is our GTI SE. This has carried some of the characteristics over from this premium platform. And some of those characteristics are lowering the center of gravity. So we've lowered the handlebars, the seating for every passenger. We've lowered the footrest. Basically everything the driver and a passenger is touching has been lowered to lower that center of gravity, as well as the storage. Everything's been lowered, and in combination with these new slightly wider hulls and the hull design itself, they're both incredibly stable. But again, talking about the differences, the GTI SE with 170 horsepower, you're going to have quicker acceleration than you would on the previous 155. So we have more mid-range torque because it's actually stroked with a slightly bigger engine than that previous model. So when you're loaded down or you're pulling a a tube or a wakeboarder out of the water, you're going to have that extra torque in both of the models. Now, again, speed-wise, we're looking at the mid-50s pretty consistently on both models. As far as acceleration goes, the GTI SE in the 155, the previous version in a different hull, would go 0 to 50 in over 6.5 seconds, where the new model goes 0 to 50 in 5.18 seconds. So well over a second quicker acceleration, and we're not using any more fuel. That's another one of the beautiful things with the ACE engine technology. They're so much more efficient and reliable than anything we've built in the past. So again, some of the differences. When we're talking about the GTI, the storage is a bit different. So while we've increased the storage capacity of the GTI, now 44 liters of overall storage capacity, both in the front storage. We have a big storage bin in the front. We've also changed the design of the glove box. The glove box is big. It'll hold 2 big bottles, even 3 big bottles of water, plus has the waterproof cell phone case. And you can add a USB charger outlet into either model. Now, the difference in storage, again, this is an upgrade. It's a little bit more luxury minded with the GTX. So this has what we call our easy access storage. So from the rider position, the entire front compartment opens up, so you have easy access. Again, this is one of the upgrades that you can gain on the GTX models. So the real difference between the GTI SE and the GTX, it really depends what you're going to do on the water. If you're really looking for versatility and just a very, very playful ride, then the GTI SE is the choice for you. Also, if you're going to be pulling up and down beaches, if you're going to go to a lot of beaches, or maybe the shoreline by your cottage has some rocks or shells, with the new PolyTec Gen 2 hull, you can easily pull it up and down beaches. You don't ever have to worry about having scratches, because it's basically scratch resistant with the new material. Now, the GTX, again, if you're looking to go on longer rides, maybe you're on a long river or a big lake or even an ocean, maybe you're going to different islands, the GTX is going to give a very smooth ride as it's sitting deeper in the water, bridging the chop a little bit better than the GTI hull. So again, it really depends what you want to do on the water. Both the GTI, the GTX are available with the 100-watt Bluetooth sound system from the factory installed if you want to have that. And they both have the integrated link accessory attachment points on the transom. So either way, you're going to win. Again, it just depends on what you want to do out on the water. You've got the GTX 170 and the GTI 170. So we encourage you to visit your local Sea-Doo dealer's website right now and see what they have in inventory. Check out seadoo.com and get more information. And before you know it, we'll all be back on the water this summer. So until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and we can't wait to see what this summer holds for us.